page 20.
Yeah, that's good. Looking like a little hottie there.
Whoa, live now on Closet Champion. Whoa.
That was the U.S. Around the U I made out with.
Yeah, it was like right after.
Oh no. What's plugged in that? Huh?
What's plugged in that what?
I figured it out. I needed the printer.
RIP printer. Rip in peace.
I'm gonna make a new mask. Hold nobody's here yet. You can tell the peeps. I'll tweet it out after I'm done fixing the cameras.
How about now? Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now?
Ooh.
Why'd you wrap it around like that?
Because it was dangling. It says it's connected over here. It is not. Oh well. I'll talk to you, Shark. Just you and me, Shark. We're just having a conversation through like time delay. Because our refresh it now. Nothing. Yes, it was. I'm gonna try making a new video input capture.
It's not a video input capture. It's iPhone, yeah. No, it's not. It's none of these.
Oh, right. It's the other.
No. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah.
Jesus.
iOS camera down the bottom.
There we go. Hey! And we're back. Here we are. Back.
Settings are incorrect. Did you stretch it out?
Yeah.
Get rid of it and bring it back on. You shouldn't have had to stretch it out.
Okay.
Or reset it back to default settings. I don't want it to distort the space.
Now it's back to the runway again. Vertical. Every time you put it on the thing, it ends up vertical.
It won't. I only did it once. There you go.
There we go. The second audio is clearer, you're saying. The iOS camera should not have clearer audio than our wireless microphones.
Yeah, it's not even on.
No, it was on, and Shark said there was double audio, and said the second audio is clearer, which would have been the iPhone audio.
Strange. How about now, Shark?
Yeah, I think it may have just been louder.
Turn on the other camera.
Oh, right. This is on a different thing now.
But hey, the camera.
Yeah, it's on.
No, refresh it. It's not on yet. Make a new one. Sit that fixes it.
Fixing the stuff. You view only darkness, only sharkness. I view only sharkness. iOS camera. iOS camera.
No, use the old. Why are you making new ones?
You said
If you use but if you import the old one, it'll make it so the buttons stay mapped.
Oh, okay.
You're the one that taught me that.
That didn't work because the old one.
No, did you do the reconnect?
Yes.
Switch with me.
think you're gonna have to make a whole new input.
I don't know which one's which anymore. What's this one? Well, let's get rid of the ones. Wait, which one is this exclamation point one?
That was the new one with that.
Let's just say okay.
Yeah, that I had to make a whole new input for.
Okay. Whoa, thanks, Blooms of the Night. I think you're our first subscriber.
Whoa!
I think you are...
Subscriber number 1. Thank you so much. Thank you for subscribe, Goblin.
Okay.
Here we are. You had to make a whole new input, didn't you?
Why is this small? It shouldn't... It's strange. I think it should be on.
Seeing all the behind the scenes right now because all of our stuff stopped working the second we pressed live. You know, if you stream, you understand this, and that you can have everything set up, and then all the stuff stops working when you press live.
Oh no.
Okay, bye, Goblin. Goblin. Whoa, Shark, thank you for being subscribe number 2.
Is that even? I can't tell. It's even as it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Okay.
White.
Alright, switch to the other camera for me.
You mean this guy.
Yeah, why would I?
I'm gonna map that on Stream Deck while
It's frozen.
It's frozen. Here we go. And we're back.
Is that even now?
Quite.
I don't want to have to fix it in post when I'm editing together the how to.
Cutting table needs change to
Sewing table. You don't need the change. Sewing table's the camera.
cutting table needs.
I got this. I know because I know which cameras are already mapped. That space needs some spacing, and then the other space needs to be spaced.
What does spacing mean? Cleaning?
Could mean cleaning. It could mean just pushing it on the floor out of the way of the camera. Depends on.
I just didn't understand what your use of the word space was in that. I didn't understand.
Depends on what level of you know.
Giving a fuck on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll actually know.
Yeah. So cutting table is not this one. No. I don't know which one's which anymore. Where's Big Boy at? Right here. Alright. It looks brighter today. Alright, cameras look fixed. Man. Nothing more fun than kicking off a stream and having to fix every camera.
Except for the FaceTime camera. FaceTime cam had our backs.
Yeah.
FaceTime cam was like, the settings aren't vastly different from when I last saw you. Seems normal to me.
Yep, no shenanigans here.
And every other camera was like, I don't trust these motherfuckers, I don't know them. I don't know them. Who could they even be?
Great. Hello, those that are joining us. I'm going to send out a tweet, and then we're going to get working on some stuff that we're doing.
How about now, Shark? Can you hear me now? Seriously, though, how's this? How's this for your old man rock and roll ears? Your old shark sound gills. Ears henceforth shall be known as sound gills, everyone. That's a royal decree. From me to you. Just so you know. Sound gills.
All right. What account is this? This is...
This Jaden human, we are not making this person gear again, correct? We can
Well,
remove these patterns from our visage.
don't know.
I
I
feel
don't
like they're kind
think-
of goofed up at this point.
Yeah. I don't think he's the type of performer that is going to have the same exact set of gear.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be a slightly different design next time. If he ends up going through us again.
Alright. Hydro life vests. Wow, we definitely need those with the pool clean now. Definitely need ourselves some hydro life vests.
Okay. Sound Killer Killer. Wow. That sounds like a forgotten member of Wu-Tang. Like, if it was the Aquatic Clan instead of the Wu-Tang Clan. Aquatang Clan?
This
No.
is just a piece of fabric, but
Yeah, that's just a leftover piece.
there's no. I don't know where the second kick pad is, but.
Wow, we have a 4-camera setup down here. Look at us.
4 cam.
All right, last thing to do. Is the iPad down here?
Oh, my God.
Surprised you saw it with how big my butt is.
Honestly, it was barely visible. But if I wasn't already looking at your butt, I wouldn't have even seen it. Surprised I didn't see it because I knew it because I saw it on camera.
Because you knew it was there.
Yeah, because I knew it was there.
Yes, report me.
Look.
You know, if you subscribed to our Twitch, you wouldn't have commercials, Kate.
Just showed up. Kindly get off my wiener, if you could. Remove yourself from my wiener.
Okay. So, here we have a top. And that's it for today's stream. Thanks for watching. I made you host. Because I don't think you set up auto.
No, I did it. You should be number one on my auto hosting.
I just did it.
I remember
I believe you.
actively putting that setting in. Doesn't mean the computer will listen to me, though.
No. Computer's like, nope. I do what I want.
I think I don't trust the lady's touch. A woman told me to do this. I don't think so.
So, we're not actually going to be working on the pants today, but I wanted to show what the design looked like. You know, you can see the whole thing.
Right?
And also, because we're going to be recording how we make the hood on the set of gear today. So we'll be using this footage. If I can get some footage of what their other pieces look like. Dope. These will have a design, a white design outlined in black. Looks like a wing. So it's actually, I can pull it up and show you. So when we look at this table, we have double audio. Fixed. I saw what the culprit was. We forgot to turn off the audio on the camera.
You know what's great is that like this pool is like an accessibility tool for friendship. Because even though we live an hour outside of the city, we have an in-ground pool.
That's very big.
It's huge. It's so big. It's so needlessly large. I mean, I understand why. This whole place is needlessly large, but
So you see the wing logo. That's ooh, excuse me. On the middle of that design, that will go on the sides of those legs.
I love this new silver vinyl we got.
That's good. Yeah.
I think it looks so cool.
I'm glad we have some left over.
Yeah. Maybe I'll use it on my swimsuit.
Wow.
I won't at all. I'm not going to do that. I don't
Well,
even know what my swimsuit's going to look like. What should my swimsuit look like, y'all? Swimsuit along with me.
Well, you can have this table to draw on while I work on the other table as you sketch up whatever it is you're going to wear.
First, I got to draw my body.
And gather the pieces for the
First,
camera.
I got to draw my body.
Where did you put the pieces that were over here? Maybe they got moved over here.
Here's the other one.
What? What are those? Oh, the little...
The little bits for the hood.
The hood's not over there, unless you moved it over there.
Yeah, the hood got moved over here. Here's the bits for the hood. 1 bit, 2 bit.
Red
3
bit, blue bit.
4. A bits.
Alright, so...
My name is...
You can have dibs on the corner. You might have to fight Gyarados for one of those corners, though. Alright, so... on this hood, on these pieces, we have little chalk marks as to where the pieces line up with one another to make it a lot easier to put this thing together. So, move this over for a second. This is the Assassin, we jokingly call it the Assassin's Creed, like hanging bit. It's an Assassin's Creed style hood.
It's just that it's what was popularized by Assassin's Creed.
These chalk marks will line up with these chalk marks in here to build the base of the hood. And then these bits will be... I don't think this belongs to anything. I think you just gave me a piece of blue.
No. one goes on one side and the other one goes on the other side.
Oh, it's really thick.
And then goes on the tip.
I mean, it's all getting put on after, right?
No, you could just put on before you put it together.
I wouldn't have done it before. Why are we doing it before?
Because of the way the hood is shaped. We talked about this before.
We didn't. I know nothing about the hood outside of, like, I understood what to do. We didn't talk about this. Not this part, at least.
Yep. This is the way it's always been designed because of the way the hood has to curve. So this gets this applique put on beforehand, and then you match it up afterwards.
Why is it so thick?
Because this gets folded over.
So we're not folding in the hood, like, we're not, so it's bias tape and not,
No, it's applique.
but you're folding it over the edge.
Yes. Just
Are
the
we
same way
not?
how this is applique, and then we fold over the edge.
No, this is different. What you just did is different. You mean, oh, you don't mean fold it over as we're doing
No.
it. I thought that's what I thought was weird, because you just,
No, I meant that you
when
said
you
why is it,
you
you
physically did that, I thought you were implying that that's how you
You
wanted
said
it
why
done.
is it so thick, and I said because this edge gets folded over.
It's still kind of thick. I think it's, how many inches is this? 2?
One, barely 1 1/4.
Wow. Looks a lot bigger than that. It is only 1 1/4.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do, no, I can only do the blue ahead of time. I can't do the yellow. Yellow's done after.
No, the yellow's done before too. This gets put on an applique too.
No, but it's just as thick as this. Why not do it after so it goes over the seam instead of inside of it?
Because I designed it to go inside the seam. It's just applique and then putting it on.
Yeah,
like
that's
every
why
other
like I would
thing.
have done it after, so that it goes on like applique, like, and it goes over the seam. But if you want it inside of it, it can go inside.
Yeah. It's gonna be easier to put together that way.
I wouldn't say easier because now I have
Because then you
to.
don't have to applique over a seam. It always sucks to applique over seams.
No, it doesn't. Not for something as like as thin as this.
I mean, if you really want to put it on after, go ahead.
Well, that's the thing. I don't. I was expecting this all to be bias tape and not applique
No,
that went on it.
That Assassin's Creed hood works. The point, that fold is going to look like trash. So we have to do it the other way. Or we do it as a facing.
That I don't know how to do. I don't know what you mean by facing.
So all of this would get put on, and then, I mean, it wouldn't change the process except for you would add more fabric to this because this is going to get put on beforehand no matter what. There's no, I mean, you could bias tape along that kind of like steep curve, but that angle there, like that's just going to turn into a mess. So rather than make it a mess, this is a cleaner, visually cleaner way that's going to make it easier on us long term to construct.
All right. So, do you want this yellow? No, it's behind it. How far did you plan on this being behind it then?
Green Ant, you know it's not fighting. Everyone always says it's fighting. I'm so tired of that. I'm over it. If we didn't have creative disagreements, what would be the point of working together? If every time one of us had an idea or a thought, the other one was just like, yes, I love you. Everything you think is great. How fucking boring would that be?
I mean, I wish you did tell me that a little more often because I think I'm a genius.
No, you don't.
No, I do. Hold on. First off,
you would not stay.
I do think I'm a genius.
You would not have stayed with me.
You are correct about that part, but I
You
do
would not-
believe
you would not have stayed with me.
my hubris is my downfall, and I
If
truly believe
I-
I am a genius.
Your hubris is your downfall. But you would not have stayed with me if I was a yes lady. You would not have. You wouldn't have trusted me. I don't trust people who just say yes to everything I think.
Thanks, Green Ant.
Ever. Thanks for not backing me up at all, by the way.
Well, ultimately, you know, I think he knows where the money is.
What? I said you. Thanks
Oh, I thought
to
you were saying-
for not backing me up. I don't care. I don't care if Green Ant backs me up. I mean, I would like him to, but you follow the cooking. That implies that I'm not as good at cooking, Green Ant. How could you? I'm great at cooking. How dare?
You're just not as good at fried pork chops.
Just for that, you're not allowed to have it next time I make barbecue and mac and cheese. Yeah, I said it.
All right.
He isn't Aunt Frito. He only knows how to dig holes. By the way, if you're watching us on YouTube right now, consider watching us on Twitch because we actually see the chat for that one. For whatever reason, Restream doesn't show us the YouTube chat. So.
Where's the... So you purposely made this blue a lot bigger than the
What? Where are you putting this?
Because this is the back of the hood, right? Like this is the
That's
front.
the back of that's the back of the hood. This is the front
What?
of the hood. Wow. Okay.
That's what I don't.
Let's talk about how this hood goes together first. So this is how the hood goes together. It's in 3 pieces. There's two sides, and then a front panel or a middle panel that goes down the center. So, in order for that blue to meet up there, you need it to go.
This is such a small connecting piece to the neck hole. Because doesn't it cross over itself in the front?
Yeah, that's why this is longer than his neck.
Oh, is it?
Yes, this is 6 inches, and this is 6 inches.
But this is so much bigger than 6 inches, right?
No, this is 6 inches, and this is 6 inches. That makes 12 inches. Then this is another 5 or 4.
Oh, right, the
and a
addition
half?
of that piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was about to say, how big is his neck hole?
It doesn't cross over. It meets in the center.
No, it crosses over. Right, one
Oh,
side
very
will cross
slightly,
over the...
Yeah.
So that side is 9. And then...
When you're stretching it out fully right now.
Well, I have to in order to see how long it is. How else would you determine?
You would take a cloth measure and measure it that way? Instead of stretching out the
That's
fabric?
so much harder.
Yeah, but then you don't ruin the integrity of the fabric. I know that doing your job a way that doesn't damage the goods is really hard for you. You really have to crush things and such. So this back here is like 7.5, maybe. Yeah, 7.5. 8.
That's about what I got. I got about 8.5.
Front is approximately 11.
So wouldn't this need to be like 20 inches all around?
No, 11 plus 7 is
In order for it to cross over in the front, 11 plus 7 would be
18.
18. So wouldn't you need it to be longer? So these are both 6, 6, 12.
Yeah, I might have been working off the wrong measurement.
And then so 12 plus 4.5 puts it just under 17.
Yeah, well, once you go up a little bit, it's closer to 18.
Plus the fold over.
Yeah.
Did you not remember that it crossed over in the front?
Well, I saw that as them touching, but
No, I think it's...
if that is the way that you deem it be, sire.
Well, yeah. I don't mean that like it's like a crisscross. I mean like
So that I think what I'll do then is basically just make this middle thing just go out as it goes back.
So you're gonna flare it?
Mhm.
I mean, we have to cut a new piece.
Yeah.
Are these gonna change at all?
No.
All right, then I'll just continue working on these while you cut out a new piece on this.
This won't change either. Like this blue piece, it'll just go from the thing. Because we only need to add a couple inches back here. They're not even coupons, Shark. They're just ads for Stouffer's of Kissel Hill. A jingle that is stuck in my head probably for eternity. We delight shoppers at Stouffer's of Kissel Hill. If you were a teenage boy and you worked at Stouffer's of Kissel Hill, there were a lot of delighting shoppers jokes.
Do you need the space?
Yes.
Guess I'm not working on that. All right, I can wait a minute.
I mean, I guess I could draft it over there, but it would be easier because of the length.
No, do you? Use the space. That's what we have it for. Do you understand now why I thought that little hole was where his head was at? Because I genuinely believe it's like, oh, this was too small.
Is there the original one? Is the original pattern for this? I don't think I threw it away. Like, it wasn't in that pile that I just...
It would have been mixed into the pile of stuff that was all his patterns.
Oh. It is what it is, then. We start from scratch, America.
Yeah, it's none of the stuff over here. Minor ant also sounds like you might be a musical ant.
Yeah.
You're minor because you're small, but you're also minor because you're
playing music.
playing music. And then you could have Major Ant, who's a militant musician, be your tag partner. Then you could be Major and Minor Ant. I'm a genius. Put me on the booking team. What's the word for medium when it's music? Like when it's related to the sound of music?
For medium?
Yeah.
You mean medium?
Like I'm making it how the sound that you're making on an instrument. When it's louder, it's that Italian word. When it's lower, it's the other Italian word.
Yeah. Is there a...
And there's a medium one, yeah.
I don't remember.
There's a middle road one. There's a...
I don't remember what the middle road one would be. So 4 3/4 plus 2.5 is 7 1/4. Yeah.
Mezzo. I think that's it.
Sounds right to me.
I can't remember the loud and not loud sound noises were. What the words were for those sounds. I learned it when learning how to play bass last year. But that information is no longer there. I've pushed it out for the sewing information. And for that terrible idea I just had about a major and minor ant.
Wait, so if you can push out all your music information, how am I supposed to be expected to maintain my information? Do you think I'm some kind of miracle worker?
No, well, because you're top dog on this team.
You only say that sometimes. You only say that when you're trying to get out of something.
Only part of me can disagree with that. Forte, yeah, that's
Forte
it.
means loud.
Yep.
Forte is not loud.
Yes,
not
it is.
medium, it's loud.
No, mezzo is medium.
Yeah.
I
forte is
said
loud.
I couldn't remember the sounds for large.
Oh,
or
yeah,
for-
forte.
So on piano being soft. That's it, dude. I'm a shark. Do you know music, Shark? Do you play music, or you just happen to know those words? This is all straight stitch, right?
The
Once,
applique is.
no, I don't mean the applique. I mean the way that we're flipping in.
Yeah, it gets serged, but yeah, it can be straight stitch.
Well, it doesn't need to be stretchy.
No.
It's all gonna be a little baggy on them, except for the, well, not the tights, but the top. Well, this not. That doesn't alter the shape.
Shouldn't. It still should curve along it. I might have to. I'm gonna have to mark out where the kneading bits are. Since it's shorter. I think I also made this extra long because I didn't know how long to make it.
That's fucking teamwork.
Shark was in band in high school.
What instrument did you play, Shark? Also, Frito, I'm pretty sure Worker Ant calls dibs on Minor Threat Ant. I mean, there's also no way there aren't already photos of him in a Minor Threat t-shirt while wearing his mask. I know this is not what this means, but by you just saying percussion, I assume that means, because I know nothing about high school band outside of it exists, that they just gave you a stick and a big, like, plate or something that makes noise, and we're like, go to town, buddy.
A plate that makes noise. A plate that makes noise, everybody. The noise plate, everybody.
It doesn't have to be a plate. I guess it could be another stick that you bang. A noise stick. Or,
This still kind of works.
yeah.
There you go.
Well, I thought we'd be farther along already. But here we are because this happens to us all the time.
That's the nature of creating things.
Yep. Well, nature of making garments, right? Like,
Especially, like, it's not like we buy a pattern that's the thing that we're making and then make it for someone. We make
Like-
everything new every time.
like this piece. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, we came down here and there was a big chunk of the color missing on here because something took it off. So we had to cut out the yellow and replace it. Put a whole new piece on the back. Yeah, excuse me, a nice chunk of the job is fixing mistakes. Shark. I mean, you're not wrong. I marched drum bass, so that's like a big 3D noise plate. And he said he got in trouble and demoted to triangle.
We should have you guest on the lounge. Just an animation of a shark playing triangle.
With Frito backing that up, I think. Hitting two sticks together was part of elementary school music class.
For sure. There was a lot of hitting two sticks together in elementary school music class.
Where was that big sheet of black that you found?
Right there.
Is this... Yeah, this is jumbo. Oh no, is this all we have left of the jumbo?
I have no idea.
If it is, it makes sense. I mean, we ordered this jumbo for this commission. For Jaden's stuff, so... Almost did it the wrong way. Stick around long enough, Shark, and I will call everything by an incorrect name.
Oh, for sure. The garage, he continually calls it the shed, but we actually have a shed, so I never know if he means the shed or the garage because those words are interchangeable in his mind, and I have to figure out consistently from context clues what those things mean.
This is cyberbullying.
And then if I say something backwards or wrong, or if I don't use the proper terminology,
This is cyberbullying.
It completely does not. It doesn't go the other way at all. I have to consistently.
Somebody call the
translate.
internet police.
I have to.
There's an assault
consistently
happening on stream.
translate. Once I send out this tweet, I want to switch the camera over to me because I'm going to work on designing my swimsuit, and I want to use the chat to help me figure out what to make it look like.
Well, I'll need to, once I'm done cutting this out, I'll need to switch it to me doing some of the hood work.
Never mind, I won't put out this tweet then.
Well, no, I want you to show what you're drawing on stream. I'm just letting you know I will be jumping back and forth off of you. Or rather, we show a lot of this on stream. A lot of, like, cutting. Repatterning, cutting.
Well, that's most of the job.
Yeah. Shark says same thing happens to him. He calls things by the wrong word all the time and gets cyberbullied in real life.
Malapropisms. I think that's what it's called when you say the wrong word for something consistently.
Yeah, I wish I could say it's intentional. I like to blame concussions in pro wrestling for it, though.
It's not that, though. Your whole family's like that.
My whole family does do it. And it's not just like my immediate family either. Not like my mom or my sisters.
And I wish I could say it was because of the Spanish grammar, but it doesn't match up with Spanish grammar.
I just think it's... I just think that it's just us. It's just...
What if, hear me out,
Mm-hmm.
if we hit 10 subscribers on this channel today, you know what, I might make it lower. How many are we at right now? Let me see where we're at before I make this claim, before I make this
Whoa, are
deal.
you being a Twitch streamer right now?
Not for other people, this is something for us. We have 2 subscribers right now. If we make it to 5 subscribers today, we should go buy that fire pit.
What?
And put it by the pool, and chill by the pool tonight with the fire pit. Okay?
Hey, look, I'm not opposed to it. I wanted to put up the tiki torches earlier.
I know, but the tiki
you know.
torches aren't enough. I say full
No,
fire
I know.
pit. Only if we hit 5 subscribers, though. Only if the people join us in our quest to fully relax.
My whole life, this is not a lie. I don't do it as much anymore, but instead of calling toilet paper, my family always called it paper toilet. So I called it paper toilet my whole childhood. And it wasn't until I got older and other people were like, "Did you read
It
toilet
wasn't until
paper?"
he got older that he realized that he still calls it paper toilet. Totally. You totally do. You don't notice that you do, but...
That's what I'm saying. I know I do it less than I used to. It's also that one time you tried to tell me that my mother, and I know for a fact she used the word in this way when you were trying to tell me chaperone.
She backed me up on that, though, is the problem. Your mom and I don't agree on a lot of stuff. Pretty much anything.
No, but I know she's pronounced it incorrectly.
No. I know that you pronounced it incorrectly in that moment, and you tried to turn it into a thing your whole family did like it was normal because you didn't want to be wrong.
It is.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm not saying it's normal for the rest of the world, but my family, yeah.
No. I asked your dad about it, and I asked your mom about it, and both of them said, we do not know what that kid is on about. We've never said that word like that in our life. And it's not concurrent with other New Jersey accent things either, so you can't blame that either. This is all over discussion over the Triple H film, The Chaperone, everybody. The movie with Hunter Hearst Helmsley, The Chaperone. He is the chaperone in question.
I'm going to glue these pieces on, and then I'll switch over to you. Okay?
Okay.
Because I have to set up the camera for the machines. So I'm going to need a couple minutes to move it again.
And I need to figure out what I'm going to put on my body to cover it with a swimsuit.
Well, it is our house, so you technically don't have to cover yourself at all. You could just go out there in your birthday suit.
I'm bleeding right now. I don't want to just bleed into the pool. It's going to cost so many chemicals. And I don't want to just my tampon string dangling in the water because then it'll goose up and get its juices inside me.
Well, that's what the pool guy said. He didn't say just like, hey, when people use your pool, check the pH balance,
like, hey, if your wife
It's
is
specifically,
bleeding...
no, he's like, specifically, when women use the pool.
Really?
No.
Man, I wish. I'm about to draw something I would never wear, but it's just what's in my head. I have no idea what that could mean, Minerva. How much do you like about homework? I don't even understand the question. I would be perplexed for sure. So I think my plan is gonna be, well, you know what? I'm gonna look up some inspiration photos.
Almost. I almost had it perfectly centered on that first drop. This is the worst part. Because I don't have a pattern for it to lay this on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want something like this. See, that's cute too. But there are these little, like, swim outfits from the 40s that are like a little top and a skirt.
Is there one
Shorts?
side that is meant to be the back, one side meant to be the front?
What do you mean?
On the yellow.
The longer point was supposed to go in the front.
Am I the longer point? I think it's the longer point. Yeah. Does this look even to you?
Yeah.
Is that about how far away you designed it to be? I don't know how far back it's supposed to go.
That.
I can't tell too
Given
much
how
on the
we
design.
adjusted the pattern. That makes sense.
Okay.
Retro bikini is another hopeful. All of these, is this products or explore? Let's go back. This. It's like a little play suit. There's a yoke. I don't necessarily want it to be a yoke. Let me look at things that aren't products. I just want to look at pictures.
one more piece.
I once used to date a boy from Michigan who told me that I had a southern accent. And I do not understand that at all.
I don't think you have any accent.
I don't think I
I
have.
think you lack, like, you have that, like, that, like, lack of accent from this area. That you just sound like you.
Are from America?
Yeah. Because I feel like that lack of accent, which I guess is an accent in itself, is very specific to the New York, New Jersey, DC.
Yeah, because it's not like, I don't know. It's mid-Atlantic is the closest that you could say that we are, but that would be closer to like how they talked in that Murder Dirter SNL sketch.
Yeah. All right.
I only talk like that when I have a puppet on my hand.
I feel like this hood needs silver in it.
Where would you put it?
I would make the blue smaller because I don't like. I still kind of caught up on how thick it is, and put it behind it. I'm not gonna change it though, because it's properly designed that way for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But if I added it anywhere, I would add it behind the blue.
So I saw these like bikini bottoms that had these like big cutouts on the sides. They're kind of like chaps with cutouts on the sides. I wonder if there's a way for me to incorporate such a thing, or if it'll date the bathing suit too much. I know that I like a thick waistband.
I think I agree with Shark. What's wrong with doing a 7 or 8 piece?
It's uncomfortable. Sounds uncomfortable.
Minerva says you have the accent that broadcasters learn, like
Yeah.
flat Midwest.
Non-regional diction, baby. Non-regional diction.
4 of the pieces could be arm tassels, and they wouldn't be so. You wouldn't be so uncomfortable. Would your cameras on you, by the way, now too?
So here's like my idea. I don't know if this is gonna make me look like too much like I'm from space or look bad. Maybe revealing too much skin.
I'm zooming in a little bit on you.
Zoom in.
Zoomed.
So here's like my hip line. I do kind of need something that comes out here, so I'd have some kind of strap or something there.
Are you making like a superhero outfit, but as a bathing suit?
I'm just trying to find what it's going to be the most comfortable. I don't want to have a ton on me. I like wearing bikinis, but I don't like when my legs touch. So I'm trying to figure out what the compromise is there.
Tassels are always acceptable. All right. You don't need the computer screen, do you?
No.
I'm gonna turn it towards me so I can see the chat while I sew.
Do what you gotta do.
Since I can't really have the iPad on the sewing table with me.
Oh, well, can I have it then?
Yeah.
Nice. My superpower is mild buoyancy. I can't wait to use it tomorrow in the pool.
I'm cutting off.
This is too much. I don't think I would wear that. It's a cool idea, but it's just so extravagant. And I'm a simple lady. I'm a simple lady goblin. This is the problem. I have too many needs. Too many aesthetic needs and too many body needs.
That's better than me. It's a little bit higher. Point it down a bit more. No, this camera stand is so much. The second that you tap it in a direction, it moves. There we go. Moves so much. All right. I'll cut back to you for a second while I switch thread and such.
I'm trying to think, like, what would like a cool vampire wear for a swimsuit? But like a cool vampire that's like not an obvious vampire.
I don't know if I've ever seen a vampire in a bikini.
I don't necessarily want it to be a bikini. I'm just trying to figure out
Or
all
in a swimsuit.
all my gimmicks. I need all the gimmicks that I need to.
Have there been any pop culture, like...
Maybe in that Vamps movie with Alicia Silverstone and the chick from Jessica Jones.
Yeah. Well, chat, what do you guys think? Has there been vampires in pop culture that have worn bikinis? Can you recall any?
Bikini Vampire is kind of like a B-52 sort of era weirdo band for sure. Like Bikini Vampire was at Warped Tour or Little Fair or something.
I guess Buffy might have had an episode that would have had something like that. while you pontificate
Mm-hmm.
on such matters.
It's a part of me that just wants to be like, do I go full Lara Croft? And just have like chaps over a high 80s one piece.
Whoa. I would happily watch a movie called Vampire on Bikini Beach. That sounds right up my alley for terrible B-movie goodness.
Yeah, it's not like I don't necessarily want to show my stomach. I'm fine with showing my stomach. I just hate the feeling of my thighs rubbing together. And my chub goes down far enough on my thighs that, like, I don't want. I have to have, like, a significant amount of fabric. Like, there has to be fabric here from the thigh down, at least on the inside. So, like, how do I do that while also, you know, respecting my vibe, as it were? I don't even know if I'm gonna have fabric for this.
The combination of words chub rub is so dirty.
Only to you, little sex goblin. Everyone else here is a respectable being.
Hey, I'm not the one saying chub. That's how you get taken off TV, man. All that foul language you're using and kick us off of Twitch.
If Twitch has a problem with my thighs rubbing together, it can get fucked.
No. Well, we would just become an ASMR channel. Why? What's the trend with that right now? Why are... I mean, I guess you can get ASMR like in any form of content, but I know I've seen so much more of it on the main page of chicks in... I wouldn't say like... revealing's not the right word, but you know what I mean? Just
Twitch?
like... You know, like, you're just showing off your goods. Like, you're flexing what you got.
Goods, eh?
Yeah, you're flexing what you got.
Whoa, your goods, everybody.
Yeah. I know it's a big trend right now on Twitch. Is there a specific thing that's happening in ASMR where it's chicks in bikini type outfits playing video games and labeling it as ASMR on Twitch?
I don't know, man. Sounds weird to me, because to me ASMR is distinctly non-sexual, but each their own, I guess.
I didn't know if there's some new like subset
There's
of...
always some weird sexual thing going on in the ASMR community because you have a woman doing anything. Oh, they moved to ASMR because they got kicked out of other categories.
Oh.
Being sensual in any way, I guess, is ASMR is the only way to be sensual. Everything else is.
That makes sense. Yeah. I'm all about finding ways to beat the system. And if that's how you beat the system now...
Hmm. Gonna have to do a bikini bottom and chaps. Oh, wait, no.
Bam. Yellow on the hood is done. I'm gonna switch back to Kate while I switch threads and such.
Trying to figure out how to make this look like something I want to wear.
So I'm not familiar with the Future School Shooter video, which I guess I will educate myself on whatever that is when we get off stream. But I love Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. I used to watch that all the time. I haven't watched it in years, but that was definitely a regular part of my viewing for
Are
sure.
we getting any more subscribers? Are we getting a fire pit?
No fire pit yet.
Damn. If we hit 5 subscribers, we're getting a fire pit.
Guy LaDouche is always a name that always stuck out of my head. Like I remember that character. And Ken being one of the announcers, and I can't remember the other announcer's name. Did you watch that show?
What?
Most Extreme Elimination Challenge.
Is that show where they took like footage
From the
Japanese
Castle TV show and turned it
Yeah.
into There's something like Takeshi something Castle. I can't remember. Yeah, Kenny Blankenship. Whoa. Oh well. Hello, Jackson Aff Gaming. Here, I'll throw the design on screen so you can. Bam. Aw. Shark and Bloom both gifted subs.
Yay! Wait, are we at 5 subs then?
We will be. It hasn't updated, but yeah, we're definitely past 5. I think we're about 7.
Heck yeah! We're getting a fire pit!
It's okay that Kate got one. It means that when we load into this channel, we don't have to watch the ads.
Yeah.
Well, Jackson Aff Gaming. If you're new to us and new to the stream, how did you find us? Was it the retweet from Jaden? Oh, there's somebody in the room that will be here tomorrow.
Oh.
She just subscribed to, but she used a Prime account. I never noticed that it comes up different on the screen. You know, like
Yeah.
on
It does.
on the screen I have, it shows up as she subscribed with Prime.
Hell yeah, s'mores.
I've never seen that on when I was running your streams.
Maybe it's a new thing.
No.
Or maybe it looks different on the
we've made s'mores multiple times here in our fireplace in house, and I think that tradition will continue with the fire pit outside. If you bring some s'mores stuff tomorrow, because we don't have any chocolate or marshmallows or graham, when you come over tomorrow, we will make s'mores. What? Oh no, never mind. Don't pick up anything. Don't actually just
What happened?
don't come over at all. She said Peeps make great s'mores.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. You can work from home tomorrow, Tenacious Tiger.
I think I've got it.
Peeps were a mistake. Peeps was a thing somebody accidentally made, and like, well, we made too many of these. What if we just package them as candy and say it's a thing?
And apologize.
Switching back to me. Unless you're about to show off what you're...
Yeah, I think I've got it. I think I've got my plan.
Go for it. The camera's on you.
So, I think the plan is I'm going to make these, like, multi-piece sort of, like, bathing suit pants that mimic a style of pant sort of that I made before, and also some G-strings that I made during my burlesque days, where it has this diamond cut out at the hip and then a waistband that will probably end up angling more like that. Just because of how it ends up working normally. But yeah, it's this sort of diamond shape. And then a basic sort of retro bikini top. Now I'm going to draw the back.
If you're a big 2K fan, Jackson, you might have seen some of our other creations on 2K.
2K?
Yeah.
What's 2K?
WWE 2K19 he's referring to,
Oh, what is that? What of our designs have been on 2K?
but every set of gear I've worn
Oh,
for the past
really?
couple of years, yeah. The stuff, like, because 2K20 was so bad, people have just kept playing 19. You know, like just playing that until something better than 20 comes out. So you're gonna see
I
like
thought you were going to put it on you.
I was letting you finish.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay. 20 is such a dumpster fire. I didn't even bother playing it. Like I've played every one that's come out, or at least demos of it.
My snacks are in the bedroom.
Yeah, I ate some this morning. Those pretzels.
They're really good, aren't they?
Yeah, those pretzels are so good.
We'll see how far the wireless mic takes me.
We've made gear for a lot of performers, so obviously gear I've worn in ring. I've seen people tweet at me with stuff. We've made masks for player for Evil Uno. We've made gear for Kimberly and Jessica Havoc, and I know Kimberly was in somebody's recreated her set. We've made a ton of wrestlers on the indies, obviously, like Razor Hawk and Boomer Hatfield and stuff you're looking at now, like Jaden, Edith, Surreal. The thing you might have, like, we've made hundreds of sets at this point.
It's a pullover, Jackson.
I had to pull over. Jaden requested that it be something that he can take off during a match. So, made him something that he can take off during a match. What is shaking? Want me to serge all these edges before I put them together?
Oh no, after you put them together.
Wouldn't the curve be difficult to?
Serge the blue.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, I would serge
the
it.
seams. Yeah. Like after you put it together, serge the seams.
You mean the insides?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't referring to that. I was just referring to these bits.
Yeah, just the blue part.
Yeah.
The best place to contact us is through orders at closetchampion.com, Jackson, if you're looking to get gear. We very much prefer if people don't make orders through social media, but sometimes a couple squeeze through. I went and woke up our boy, and now he's just meowing balefully.
There's only one game in my life that I returned to the. Who's ringing our doorbell?
Who's ringing our doorbell?
I'll be back, everybody. I'm gonna put it back on you while I go check.
Okay.
Who's ringing our doorbell?
Oh yeah. Show us on Twitter. Sounds good to me. The baby.
No, dropping off something that Laura left at the house. All right, I'm back. I loved that Harvey Birdman game so much. It's so silly. The Phoenix Wright games are great too, but I liked Harvey Birdman because of how ridiculous it was. The only game I've ever returned was Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I hated that game. I did not like it. I took it home, played it for about 15 minutes, and went right back to GameStop and returned it so I can get something else. I wish they made more Harvey Birdman games. Those are games that you would play, Kate. They're just court procedurals. So it's I think you might have actually you know what Harvey Birdman is because the Phoenix Wright games, you know what they are. Not the character, I meant like how the games play. They play very much like the cartoon. Like it's exactly like watching an episode of Harvey Birdman. It's barely any different. Oh, I understand not being able to put a game down. That happens to me all the time. And here comes the noisy machine. Actually, let me spritz these with a little bit of silicone spray. But thinking about it, I would try a Peeps s'more. Like, I'd give it a shot. But I don't want any of those crazy, like, Sour Patch Kid flavored Peeps. Or the one, I don't know, there's all types of, like lemon lime or whatever. And I don't want any of those crazy Peep flavors. I'll take the classics. We did offer you all of our old air conditioners from our old apartment, Tiger. But you didn't want them. Oh, that makes total sense. Because if you burn it hard enough, right, the sugar on the outside of the peeps caramelizes, so you get that like
Double
caramelly
French, like a
texture.
brulee.
Yeah, the peeps might be a good plan.
Brulee.
Yeah.
I'll consider it. I could be swayed.
All right, we are done surging. You should have known that your AC would break 6 months from when I offered it to you. It was it's been extremely hot, and then the crazy rain that we've gotten has not made it any better. I'm sure that's got to fuck with the window units, especially the shitty ones that we have or had. All right, so we're about to hit the next step. So here's what we got so far. This is sewn down. The edges are, some of the edges are serged. Normally I wouldn't do the serging yet until after they've been put together, but these edges are going to be a lot easier if I just serge them now, because of the way these points and these corners are going to hit. So if I flip these like this, I can start to pin these together. And I don't know if you can see this, or how well you can see this on camera. You can.
Problem is that we don't have a ton of plain fabric.
So
Everything is holographic. This is the only plain thing I could find.
do you need it to be full stretch? Could you do some non-stretch and little stretch panels around it?
Well, the non-stretch stuff is more likely to be affected by the chlorine.
Right. Yeah.
Because it would be natural fiber.
Never mind.
So I'm going to do some more hunting. But
I
I feel like...
So these, if we line up the top of the hoods with the point where they're going to connect that, you'll see that these chalk marks all line up as we go. So as I'm pinning this together, which I'm going to start to do right now, it helps make sure that I'm on the right track. It's like a little guide that Kate made for me. Is there a specific name for those kind of marks? Or one that you know of? There might be that you might know. You know, I know that.
I mean, I don't know, man. I taught myself how to sew. So, like, they're marks. They're marks you use to line up the stitches.
I feel like there's probably a technical term for it.
Absolutely. There totally is. I do not know it.
That is a lot of our conversations, everybody. Because I'm like, oh, Kate, what's the actual technical term for this? She's like, I don't fucking know, man.
I do not fucking know. Ask someone else if you want that answer. I was basically just left unattended, unsupervised in craft supplies long enough that I figured out how to do what I do.
Make sure that it's... Yeah, okay. This is very much like going to be like sewing the crown on a mask. Tiger, when our air conditioner did that same thing, when it was like filling up with water and such, I opened it up. It's not too hard to do, depending on the air conditioner, obviously, for sure. But I opened it up, and there's like a little pipe that is pretty easy to access that you can like clear out. If I remember right, it was last summer, but we had to pour like a little bit of alcohol in it to help loosen up whatever was in there, so like some of the dirt that was clogging it, and it worked again just fine.
Oh yeah, you had to like deep clean that thing. It was wild.
Yeah. Well, you're probably having the same issue we're having, is that your room that your air conditioner is in is a room where you use spray glue and silicone spray and all the things that we use for sewing, and it's getting clogged, especially with the spray glue.
And the cat hair.
And the cat hair along with it, and yeah. It's a pain in the butt, and it will take you a couple hours, but it's not a complicated thing to do. It's time consuming. Especially if you have a shitty, heavy air conditioner. Oh no.
Problem is, like, I always want like crisscross strappies on the front, but the problem with crisscross strappies on the front is that then you get crisscross strappy tan.
Oh yeah, and we're getting tan real easy out here in the sun.
We're getting tan real easy out here in this Lancaster sun.
Oh yeah, maybe you guys can see it on camera. I am so much darker than I
thought. Yeah, it's.
I've almost got that Portugal tan going.
You're full Rican right now. You're whole Rican. Like a whole brown man.
I will not be. It was reassuring when I went into the Puerto Rican spot to get some food the other day. And I came home with that food. When I walked in, the lady immediately started talking to me in Spanish. And for like the first 2 sentences, I was good to go. And then when she said something I recognized, she kind of looked at me like, can't believe it. I felt I can't believe you're one of those Puerto Ricans that don't speak Spanish. I just saw it on her face. She didn't say it, but she didn't have to. The look of disappointment when I responded back to her in English.
Did you at least know what she said?
Yeah, we were talking about rice and beans, like how I wanted it.
Okay. I think I have the vibe. I think the vibe's been decided. I just wish we had fabric that didn't look lame, is the problem. I
would like to point out that you are the one that orders the fabrics.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. But I don't order fabric for myself. Does Ophidian make bad jokes about molting when he gets like a sunburn and his skin is peeling? No.
No, because I don't really have that issue.
Yeah, he just tans.
Yeah, I don't molt. I mean, like, not that I haven't before, but I tan really nicely. My skin...
He just caramelizes. Never burns.
Yeah, I always look like a different human coming home from Europe, because I'll spend time in these sunny European beaches. And I look more like my family. I'll say more like my dad. My dad's side of the family. My mom is light-skinned. She's got that, like, caramel tan in her skin where you know she's not white. But she's a light-skinned Puerto Rican. All right. One side is completely pinned. Give me a nice big hood. So let's, I can't do the other side until I've done this side. I mean, I could, but the pins would just be getting in my way and stabbing me. So I'm just going to sew this side down, and then I'll pin this side together, and then I'll serge it both at the same time.
Does anybody else here listen to Queen Herbie? Because I have a Queen Herbie song stuck in my head. I saw a clip of it on Instagram the other day, and I have it stuck in my head.
All right, camera's back on you. I don't want to buy a bunch more lights.
I think we're gonna have to, bud.
But yeah, I don't want to keep switching this one. I don't care when it's just me sewing down here.
Mm-hmm.
But for the streams, I hate having to switch all this stuff back and forth. Oh shit, I forgot what time it was.
Oh, yeah, you gotta do more pool stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go dump.
Yeah, now we're pushing into 10 o'clock for if we want to do a night swim.
I'll be right back.
It rained yesterday, so we couldn't finish chemically balancing the pool, so now we're chemically balancing the pool again. Which, like, you have to do every week, apparently, but we're doing, like, a big balance because of it being the first time we've opened the pool. And a certain number of hours have to pass, then you have to put a certain chemical in, and this, that, and the other thing, and it's wild. Not that I didn't expect to do some pool maintenance when I agreed to live here, but I was not expecting how much effort it was going to take, I guess. I think that's the plan. Some combo panty stirrup situation. Alright, time to start patterning this bitch. Oof. Switch me over to the other gimmick. Cutting table. There we go. I had some pattern paper up already that I can use, I think. Yeah. Okay.
I just need to cut open those chlorine bags.
Mm-hmm. My ass is like 45 inches or something, right? I feel like my ass is 45 inches. How big is my ass? Please somebody tell me how big is my ass? Oh, there's a measuring tape already over here. Aw, a sensibly priced frog ring. Aw, shark. That's exciting. Aw, I hope she likes it. Oh, my ass is 46 inches. It got bigger. 46 inches. And my waist is like, what, 33? 34? 32. Front rise is thighs are 28. And I would like to make them what rubs together when I walk. There. So inseam of approximately 6 inches. Okay. Let's do the panty first. So we're gonna have to go this way. So I need 25 inches across. Oh, a boy plunks. I hear his plunking. Honestly, we can stop it at 24. Wait, shit, no, I need to be 22. Never mind. It needs to be 22, not 24. Thank God I realized that now. Okay, and the top. How big is my waist? How big is my waist? 32 inches. So that means 16 across this boyo up here. We ain't gonna deal with the astronomical curve that this creates that makes everything fundamentally hard to fit me. It's nice in theory and it's nice to look at, but holy fucking shit, does my ass to waist ratio suck when making clothes? Oh, an ass well in excess of 1 meter for sure. When I was a burlesque dancer as a child, when I was like 20 or whatever. I used to, one of my many taglines that I thought about putting around out in the world was 40-inch hips and a 140 IQ. Because it's true. At that point in time, my my IQ had measured at approximately 140, and my hips were like 39 inches or something, and I was fine with fudging the numbers because it's kayfabe, it's burlesque, but that used to be my tagline. I'm gonna bring y'all over here with me. I mean, IQ tests are pointless, so like it's not like it really matters, but it mattered to me then. Oh, how it mattered to me then. I think that's actually just gonna probably continue. That line is probably just gonna continue up. Yeah. Because that's gonna get turned into a seam sort of thing. Now I'm realizing that a lot of that stuff that I cared about was just like nonsense. Just like totally nonsensical. Sorry, I'm doing math, and it's hard for me to be chatty when I'm doing math. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm back. You can't do that.
I can, it's
Wow.
legal.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
have a card
technically
that
that's
says
legal.
so.
I turned the robot back on.
Oh yeah, what's he doing?
Working overtime because that pool needs it.
He's a good man, that little robot.
Yeah. Where did I put it down at? Over here. Wait, yeah. For sure. I'm a little late to the conversation, but I was catching up on the chat. I've never taken a standardized test that was like administered by our school or whatever for like intelligence. I did take the military intelligence test, which is ASVAB for the Air Force. That's the only thing. I didn't take my SATs. I didn't. What are the other ones? I guess SATs are really it, right? Like outside of an IQ test.
I didn't take my SATs.
Yeah.
most of the things we say are powered by electricity are robots to us too, but this thing is an actual robot. Like, we're not joking around here. We're talking about an actual robot.
Hey, should I just treat this like a mask and do the inside seams with a straight stitch?
That's what you said you were gonna do.
I was talking about top stitching it with a straight stitch.
Oh. You can do it with it doesn't need to stretch, so it's just about your comfort.
I'll do it with the straight because it's gonna get surged over anyway. So I'll just do a straight stitch. Wow, I'm tongue tie myself on that.
Oops.
The ASVAB is required if you are going into the military. I don't know if anybody else outside of the military uses the ASVAB. In this house, we do have a flexible definition of face. Given that I have changed my face many times. There's some that saw my face change as a problem. Too many face changes, they say. And you know what I say? Not enough. Was that your bikini pattern?
An attempt at it. Some version of it.
Man, I wish. My job in the Air Force was not that cool. They didn't let me anywhere near a plane, other than to, be a passenger. Normally I would kayfabe everybody, but I don't know. It's not something I really need to kayfabe.
What?
I don't really talk about it very much either. Military stuff.
Oh. I mean, one of your like slogans was basically the Air Force slogan. So like
It was my boot camp. Like squad. We were the Vipers. Which is just weird how my life just has worked out. Like military gave me a snake gimmick. Wrestling gave me a snake gimmick. Dragons are just snakes with feet and hands. right. No. I also had an idea for if I ever never got to work with Jeff Farmer. I did have an idea that if somebody ever booked it for me and Jake the Snake to work together, was that I would be Damien. Like, he comes out with a snake in a bag. And one day, like on a show we were work together, I would be Damien. I would be the snake inside the bag that he let out. Cool. Camera's back on you for a bit. So I wanted to show y'all there's pin inside out. It's not surged yet. It will be. But, pin this way, flip it inside out. This is
Hood.
part of a hood. Doesn't look like a full hood yet, but it's almost there.
Mm-hmm.
It does look pretty hood.
Okay.
All right. Don't boo me.
This is some figuring, babe. It's taking some figuring.
You haven't made a swimsuit in a long time, right?
Yeah, I'm also making these pants in a super weird way because I think it's what's going to be most comfortable.
What's weird about it?
So instead of making the pants in like 2 parts or 4 parts with like 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, I don't want there to be a seam in the middle of a vagina because it sucks when it gets into your flaps. So I'm making a bikini bottom that has like legs that attach off of it. So I'm making a panty pattern that goes like one piece that goes underneath, like
Yeah.
that. And then that is going to get legs attached to
That
it.
are semi-open so that it's
Well, if
less
you see
fabric on you. I haven't seen the finished pattern. Or the finished design. Okay, so the hips are open.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like a kind of a combination of like Bermuda shorts, the mermaid pants I made, and yeah, modern sportswear.
Well, make sure you show up tomorrow with some shorts and a t-shirt. Because we can finally get in the pool tomorrow, so we're gonna at some point. Oh, you know what we didn't put on this time?
Our royalty-free music.
If you want to come get in the pool tomorrow, Green Ant, you're more than welcome to come up too.
Oh, hell yeah! Closet Champion pool party. We can talk about Masked Wrestler stuff.
Or pretend it doesn't exist and keep moving forward.
Or pretend it doesn't exist and keep moving forward with our lives.
That's too late. I sent Jerry a message.
Dear Jerry TV, we need numbers in order to make things. Yeah, I'll make like fancy lemonade and we'll have a pool party.
I would say it's more like a pool gathering.
We'll have a pool gathering.
Yeah. Like pool party builds up that expectation.
Of it being rad? It's gonna be rad. You saying it's not gonna be rad?
I hate this part. I don't remember, Shark. What part of the country do you live in?
Yeah, we've sent so much stuff to your house, but
I feel like the South.
or in the Midwest maybe?
I was close. And so were you. Tennessee.
Haha!
So that's
combo breaker.
It's like the middle. Nah, never mind.
Got to say like the south of the Midwest or something.
The mid of the South.
Yeah.
But it didn't sound right
I appreciate
as I was
your
saying
attempt.
it. Yeah. We did shark-proof our pool. I just filled it with a bunch of shock, and I don't think sharks like chlorine. Shark, have you seen King Shark in the new Suicide Squad trailer that came out today? Was it today?
Or like yesterday maybe?
Yeah, so maybe the next day. So with the newest trailer that's come out. And even in the old ones too. What do you think about Stallone being the voice of your people? Ron Funches, yeah, there's no following that up.
Yeah, Ron Funches
Outside
is
of
the
just
best
making
King
the
Shark.
character completely different. Like, they're definitely going in a completely different direction than the Harley Quinn
You have
cartoon.
to.
Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, I don't know about as a human being, but as like a movie person, I like Stallone. I tend to like the stuff that he's in. We watched, at the request of Omega Masks, we watched Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. And what a wonderful dumpster fire that movie was. I would have accepted Samoa Joe as King Shark if it was just Samoa Joe. There was no CGI. It was just Samoa Joe, and they called him King Shark. Samoa Joe in his wrestling gear, like TNA like era wrestling gear, was just those brown shorts. Was Estelle Getty the lady that was Stallone's mom? Is that the
Yes.
Golden Girl lady name? I've never watched Golden Girls, so I had to double check that that was the human. But yes. I would agree. If Samoa Joe was charging at me like a shark charges at things, I would be just as scared. Probably more, because I just learned recently that sharks don't actually want to eat humans. Like, we don't taste good to them. They don't want to eat us. So, like, sharks don't really want to bother us. I'm switching it back to me.
Okay.
Yeah, Shark, we don't want you to get banned from Twitch
Yeah.
like you do Twitter. I don't think Twitch will like you talking about eating humans. I don't know I feel like if you have to emphasize that you've done nothing wrong and that you're a good boy,
Yeah, tough time.
I feel like that makes you very suspicious.
I am at the point in this project where I'm like, this is just a little bit too complicated for me to want to make it, and it's going to take a while to figure out, and I kind of just want to do something else instead.
You can start on Dex.
Yeah, I might. Wasted a lot of time doing these numbers, but
I don't think it's a waste. It's at least you have the numbers and like you have an idea.
yeah, I've got a lot of ideas.
Why don't you find something like a bathing suit that you think looks kind of good that you're like, oh, I think I might wear this, but this thing is stupid, and then just make your own.
Because I think most bathing suits that are publicly available look bad, especially on my body. That's why I made my own. And I'm sure that I fit in that one that we have, but I have to make something new for the new pool. Cool.
I'm bigger than he is, so like.
Cool hood. Cool guy. Looking through his hood with his cool guy eyes.
Oh no. I thought I would be able to. This is the hood so far. Obviously, it's not, the edges aren't finished. We still have to flip and stitch them. But this will come a bit more forward, and then this will be folded underneath all the way around and stitched over top. But yeah. I'll lay it down on the table. It's a little easier to see. But I wanted to check it before I
Wrecked it.
before I serged it. I'm gonna go move the camera again.
Dex, where's your pattern I made before, buddy? That's the question.
That could be inside the pattern box.
Let's see if that's true. I do not believe it is.
I do not believe it is either, but
You never know. It's a mystical land over here. All sorts of stuff gets stuck to other stuff. Like this barbed wire for a calyx mask we're never going to make again.
no, because we would also, if we did, we would just,
Make it different.
yeah.
Or this Chakar symbol that we're probably never going to use again.
Oh no, I would get rid of that for sure.
Do we like burn it ritualistically in the fires? Let the fire reveal what the flesh concealed and such?
You know what we missed out on
What?
that we could have?
What?
the fire reveals gender reveal parties.
Honestly, isn't that just like the entire West Coast of America right now? Isn't the fire
Oh,
revealing,
no.
Isn't the fire gender revealing happening right now? And isn't the reveal that it's a stupid tradition and we burn down our fucking country because of it?
It's not even a tradition, right? Like, it's such a new thing to have those, big parties. I think that's the worst part about it. It's not even like necessary. It's not a tradition in the.
Yeah, it's like, please speculate about the genitals of my future child.
We have commenced
Please.
this meeting.
Commence the genital speculation. Everybody, are we here? Everybody, I would like to commence. Everybody, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, thank you. I would like to commence the genital speculation.
King Space Bobby, what gender is it? Fascism and systemic oppression?
Or wait, fascism? Wait, what's the other choice?
It's systematic oppression.
The choice is fascism and systematic oppression. Those are the two genders. The two binary genders. I feel like that's one gender, you guys. Oh my god, I'm the real gender truther. There's one gender. I'm like, no, there's not even binary genders. There's one gender. God.
Wow. You've lived
Lord.
in Lancaster for too long.
The only gender I know is the Lord.
You've been assimilated.
How gender reveal party, more like a Jesus reveal party, where I reveal how much I love God.
Yeah, it's a very, very strange thing. I mean, it's one thing for a parent to be excited about the genitalia of their child.
Yeah, listen, who are we?
Yeah.
We were excited about your genitalia, Bean. We cut it right off. I didn't cut it off fast enough, though, and now you're weird, but hey, it's not like ruining your life. Right, boy? Right? It's not ruining your life.
That's the way we feel too, Tiger. We are physically ill talking about it. Oh no, you're so short, babe.
Just my legs. I'm being chomped recklessly.
Yeah. He's just trying to live his life, and you were like, hey, come here, join us.
He was joining already. He was already joining.
I feel like he's coming down here to demand.
Yeah, this is a food demand. I did hear some plonks earlier.
Yeah.
Bean, gotta scream.
Running the seams I just made through the serger. Kind of finish off this inside, make it look... I mean, It even doesn't necessarily look nicer. It'll just be finished.
The integrity is...
Yeah, the integrity will be better, yeah, and it'll last longer, but the only person that will ever see this is...
the performer and the person picking up the jacket by the ring.
And the performer may not even notice. Making wrestling gear for as long as and also being a wrestler, I never realized, like, I could tell something is better quality than something else, but I wouldn't have been able to verbalize why it was better quality. Until I started making gear. You know, like, your indie wrestlers don't know what a finished edge looks like.
Nor do they care.
Yeah, really, nor do they care.
They don't care. And the fact that we care sometimes turns them off.
There have been times where, in email chains with wrestlers, I was asked to, like, tell me a bit about your character or whatever, and when trying to get things out of them and try to explain to them, we're like, this doesn't make sense with this. And it's not like I don't know where I'm coming from, being on both the performing side of it and now the making side of it. And even the teaching aspect, I was like, teaching for as long as I did. Like, I'm not telling people what they're getting is bad. I'm just asking them to think more critically about it, depending on who it is that's sending us these emails. And I've definitely had people just not get gear from us because I'm like, why? This doesn't make sense.
Oh man, I found that email chain. It was like a Facebook memory or something. It was an email chain about that guy that was like, the design is of utmost importance.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
And then like wouldn't describe what he wanted. He's like, the design is of utmost importance to me. I'm really not worried about the design. And it's like, okay, what kind of design do you want? Well, something traditional but modern, but also I'm really worried about the design. And it's like, great, I understand you're worried about the design.
It was like conversing with a bot.
You need to tell me a detail, like what color do you want it? What is your character? Give me something, please, God.
Oh, shit. Alright, I gotta finish this edge too. Well, before I go any further, you want to double check this on the hood? Or should I just search it, because at this point it won't matter. We're kind of too far past to...
I mean, I can pin it just to see.
I was going to throw it and realize it wouldn't have made it.
I mean, I think it would have, but can you get me some pins?
Yeah. Do I have a magnet? Yeah, right here.
What time is it? Ben?
6:34.
Okay. Since Jeff is going to be at the meeting tonight, do you want to also be in the meeting?
Oh shit, I forgot about the meeting.
Yeah.
I have I have to get back to you on that, because if we were going to pick up the fire pit tonight.
Oh, we don't have to pick up the fire pit tonight.
No, but it's a good idea. Like, we're setting stuff up out there, and I gotta be out there anyway. Give me some time to sit on that. I want to be a part of the meeting. I may not be there for the whole thing. I may skip out in the first 15 minutes to do some work outside real quick. There's a lot of truth to that, Space King Bobby, but also I love gaudy, I love, gaudy gear. Like, I like when there's too much happening.
More is more.
Yeah, more is more. So I can't really be trusted when I say what I'm about to say next, but I want to know all the ideas. I'd rather have more information than I need than not, and add it all together. Like my masks, having the amount of snakes that it has, it's an unnecessary amount. I could have gotten away with half of them and still been just as effective, but why not put more? Why not have more?
Why not be a man made of snakes?
Yeah. Only partially because of doesn't matter as much to certain people, but I think that whatever you're wearing needs to be bright and appealing. Like, it needs to be able to grab your attention. If you're scrolling by on Twitter and you see somebody in a crazy costume that catches your eye, or if you're like seeing a snippet of a match, you're more likely to notice their attire, the people that you're watching or scrolling past, right? You're going to be judging them based on what they're wearing. And for pro wrestling, a lot of times, like, pro wrestling fans like the over-the-top visuals.
You all have bad taste, is what you're saying.
Including the fans. We all do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll be right back. My contact popped out.
Oh, no. Did you find it?
It's in my hand.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go douse some liquid on it.
Okay. Anyway, that's the idea, right? You cut out all these stripes, baby girl. You cut them all out. Most of this is you. I mean, Ophidian did the sewing, but Gyarados cut the majority of this out, and I think made the patterns for some of this. Yeah, made the patterns for this back part at least. Yeah, that's the thing about the stuff is that no matter how much you might hate a design in theory, when you apply craft to any design, it can look well done. Though I do hate stripes, and this was a nightmare to pattern, and I hate it so much.
Alright, so I was putting my contact back again, right? I wet it up, put the solution on it, and it made this suction noise. Going back in my eye, that made me feel queasy on the inside. It was such a strange, like,
how much glue there is involved.
Yeah, like, I was like, oh no, that was my eye that made that noise.
It's back in your eye.
Cool.
But yeah, here we're.
Sorry, I ran away on you.
So we're at.
Well, how do you feel? Like, as far as like the shape and where it sits at.
Yeah, I think once it's all top stitch and stuff, it'll lay nicely.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's the shape that we're going for, so. I think we need to make this a little heavier.
Oh, you think? So it falls down
So,
more?
yeah, because wearing it on my head, it was sticking very... I know it will, when we flip it and stuff, it'll...
Then I think maybe we do have to do a facing. So we make something that is the shape of like this straight across this.
Underneath.
And then we sew it on that, and then flip it underneath, and then sew a top stitch it down, like a shaped bias tape. I think that's the solution for finishing this.
Can't really... Well, it's baggy enough it would fit on me, right?
Yeah, but this is all pins on the neck right now.
I mean,
You
yeah.
don't want to put it over your head.
No.
I mean, you could if you're thirsted for violence, which I understand you do. I understand you
I haven't
crave
taken
violence.
a thumbtack bump in way too long. Wait, did she switch to...
Yes.
Yeah, deathmatch dressing.
man. So it's the full moon,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Mercury retrograde. And I'm on my period, dog. The moon times and the moon times are linking up. What does this mean?
It means you're one with nature.
What does this mean?
It means it's time to do witchy shit.
I know.
Well, if
Fire pit. You can burn the Chakara symbol because it's on my moon times. Maybe I should bleed on it first.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll wipe it with my blood. And then we'll burn it.
But if we get the fire pit and all that, then you can be out there and do witchy stuff.
Technically the full moon's tomorrow.
Is tomorrow tonight, like at midnight? Or
It's
tomorrow?
in less than 24 hours. Let me see what I got a notification. Yeah, it's 98.9% full. It gets full tomorrow. Good hiding, Bean. I can barely see you underneath that paper.
He was hiding from...
He's not even here, Doji. You can't even see anything.
I wish you guys could see the approach to the cats.
This is why we need the wireless cam.
Yeah. Alright, I guess it's time to unpin this.
He's such a brave protector, but also he's hiding from this cat that's half his size.
Also, to swing back on the deathmatch wrestling, or the deathmatch dressing, Kate has definitely left pins inside pieces of like tights and stuff, and we've given them to other wrestlers. And I mean, I've done it to me too.
Whoa.
But
Are you doing
not
jump?
realizing we left pins inside of, gear that we've made, and then watching wrestlers put on their gear and getting stabbed all the way up their leg or cut up from there being forgotten pins inside of the tights. Oh no. Oh no, your feed froze. The feed here is not frozen.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. Demona Darby.
Oh, yours stopped loading over there. Yeah.
Can I utilize your stick before the meeting? My friend.
It's over here now.
Thank you.
Well, in 15 minutes it will be exactly 3 hours, which is our plan for these streams.
Yeah, that's how I maintain my championship.
Oh, hello, Demona Darby. Hope I said your name correctly. I don't know if it's Demona or Demona. So I guess I will surge the bottom of this.
I just saw Doji pee in the litter box down here, so I'm just making sure there's no, like, aggressive pee staring contest happening.
Surge the bottom of this?
Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but you can.
See ya, dude.
Bye, Shark. See you later.
Haha, I was right the first time. Demona.
And lucky 13 viewers on the full moon
There you go.
and the moon times and Mercury retrograde. Whoa! Big attack! Wow! Big dash! Skedaddle!
Right out of the room.
That paper had it coming. You know? Alright, my Zoom is even telling me to go.
Yeah, you go. I'll finish
I'll
up the
go
stream.
to the meeting. Goodbye,
I'll hang out these last 15 minutes.
Friendly people on Closet Champion. I have to go have a writer's meeting for my variety show that I'm writing. If you give a shit about that, you should head over to twitch.tv/KateNix. We do replays of old seasons every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week is the Season 5 Episode 2 replay, the Cottagecore Garden Party, all ukulele, all original, all the time. Join us there Tuesday. Thanks for being here. Enjoy the...
It's a big outro. You got things to
enjoy
do,
the-
Missy.
Bye.
You got a meeting to go run.
Business.
All right, so I'm going to throw some stuff on the table for all of y'all to see. Stuff we've been working on. Oh, you're taking the iPad? Okay. I was using that as the thing I was...
Oh, sorry. I was gonna...
It's okay. Take it out. I'll use my phone.
No, I can use the desktop as access to documents.
You do have the TV there as a second monitor. All right, so I don't need my phone then. All right, so I'll pull up some stuff we've been working on to show everybody. Obviously, you just saw the top and the hood I just detached from it. These are the... Oh no, I can't show you this either. I have to sew that down first. Here's some other finished pieces on the Kimberly. I had to take off this panel here because it got stained. So this front piece here will have a green patch. I'm sorry, a green lace plate right here. Not a green, a black lace plate with some green strings on it. This is the belt that will go on this. You can't see these gauntlets, but they're a mix of this mesh and these other colors here. So this is the back. This is the front. Again, lace plate will go here. They'll match up, kind of. Bam! You've got the belt. The back will have this piece that will, I think, line up about here-ish. And then these straps will come around to the front. Like this. Let's see if I can find that green piece I took off. I think it's long gone now. Yeah, that piece is long gone. Now, I don't have her kick pad pieces yet, or her kick pad assembled. It's just in pieces. I can't really show you anything from that. That would make sense. There's a patch that will go back on here. You can kind of see where I had to remove it at and reattach a new one. And yeah, this set is almost done. I'm excited about it. I love this hollow vinyl that is placed over top of this black pleather. I think it looks really good together and should kind of gives it almost like a tattooed vibe, the way that these look on this. Which I really dig. Really gives it a villainous feel. I had these out earlier. These are the tights. The tights will also have these kick pads. That will just have a basic black base with a blue stripe down the back, but it's been a while since I've done a set of kick pads like this that have this PVC vinyl in the middle and then hollow vinyl surrounding it. I think the kick pad foam is over here. Yeah. So if you've never seen the kick pad assembly, if you haven't watched our YouTube video, it shows how we do it. This will get glued on the inside of this. This will become one piece. And then it'll get glued to the backing. This one piece. And this material in the middle, this yellow, has a little bit of stretch to it. Enough that it will help form nicely over top of this. This is a 10 millimeter Eva foam for the kick pads. Yeah, I like the stuff we make for Kimberly. I would say she's without a doubt one of our best clients, if not, our best for the way that she works with us. She allows us to make whatever we want. Like, it's genuinely, here's the general idea for what I would like, this set being Maleficent inspired, and just lets us go to town with whatever we think that means. Yeah, she's never complained. She's always very happy. Obviously, she keeps coming back for more and more gear from us. So, yeah. She's also one of our longest running clients. We've been making gear for her since 2015. On and off. I'm a believer that every performer should get gear from multiple makers just to have somebody else's take on what they look like or to help inspire them and send them in new directions. Pro wrestling is a collaborative art, and you need to work with other people in order to kind of fulfill the collaborative aspect of the art form. I don't think that pro wrestling can happen with one person's vision, one person's idea in any aspect. Like, it has to be in every way collaborative. Yeah, and gear is a great way to do that collaborative part, to complete that part of the art form. Yeah, let's clear this up. I feel that same way with like t-shirt designs and things like that. Like, obviously you've got somebody that's your mainstay, like like your go-to for everything, but getting one off some other people just to try stuff out and get different ideas, new directions. I really liked her Sailor Moon gear as well. That like Xena Sailor Moon mix. I do not think I have. We might have taken it out already. No, it's not in this book. It's in a different one. Well, I can't find the other one. It's alright, it is the end of the day anyway. Or the end of the stream at least. Absolutely true. Comics would be boring with just one artist. I think Batman is a really good example of that. The reason why there have been so many good... I don't like Batman as a character. But I understand that the stories that he's involved in are good. Like, I can appreciate the story that he's involved in. But Batman wouldn't be the character that he is without all the different influences he's had from all the different writers. Spider-Man's another good example of that. We would have never gotten Venom or Carnage of those characters if Todd McFarlane didn't work on those comics. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's hard to relate to somebody like Batman as a character. I'm not saying that he doesn't have human... Like, there are aspects of his character that can be relatable to, you know, the average person. But it's just not a... he's just not somebody I would want to hang out with. You know, like, Spider-Man's a great example of that. You know, like, whether he's Spider-Man or Peter Parker... I'd say especially Tom Holland's version. I'm like, you know what? He seems like a kid that I might have some fun with. You know, Spawn, definitely somebody I want to hang out with. Like, you've got some crazy stories. Let's hear them. But like, I wouldn't want to sit down and hang out with Batman or Bruce Wayne. Well, Blooms the Night, we can all Batusi together if you'd like. I can make a Batman mask real quick, and we can fulfill that, that Batusi desire. I did an interview with Polygon about the last Spider-Man game that got released, as Spider-Man does some like tijeras and like various lucha libre style moves, and they interviewed me about the influence of lucha in, you know, stuff like a Spider-Man video game. Adam West, I would hang out with for sure, because if you hung out with Adam West Batman, you know you'd be getting into like what the true definition of hijinks are. You know, it wouldn't be it would just be hijinks. It would be flat out zany, you know, tomfoolery. And that's the kind of night I want to have. It's tomfoolery and hijinks. I would. I would also like to be Bonesaw in the like that. Give me that level of Spider-Man too. I'll take Spider-Man at the beginning stages. I'll take him at the end stages when like he's like old man Spider-Man. Give me Miles Morales with his invisibility and electricity stuff. I'll fight all the Batman. I'll fight all the Spider-Mans. Cool. Aha. Well, everybody, I think I'm going to jump off of the stream now. We've been here for a few hours, enjoying, you know, some work here in the room. I'm exhausted too. It's been a long day for me. A long couple of days dealing with the pool situation and Still dealing with all the new house stuff. But thanks for hanging out with us for those that did. Thanks for. I'm glad that we got some new people that found us today, like Jackson and Demona. Thanks for thanks for following us on the stream. I will give your love to Kate, everybody. I might melt before tomorrow. I got to go back outside and do some yard work. We might both be just like street trash piles of goo. And if you've never seen street trash, first, don't. Second, yes, you should watch Street Trash. It is the best. It is the most gruesome, goo-filled movie. And I don't mean gruesome as in bloody. I truly mean gruesome as in goo-filled. Like, people turn into piles of goo. It's a mess. But that's enough about that. Bye, everybody.